Thoughts and views of this podcast and the sole views of the curators of this podcast is not the views of United States Postal Service.
How does he do it?
Back on the Route Podcast, episode 18. And I'm here with my brothers, and today we're going to be talking about the uniform allotment, how to utilize it, how you get it, how the best way to spend it on things, and if you might have to go outside your allotment because you don't have enough, I can tell you why you should use a little bit of your own money. But before we get into that, let my brothers introduce themselves as always to my left.
Welcome back. We're talking about them uniforms. This is Aaron, and on to my brother right here.
Be more than baby. We talking about these ungrateful, good godful uniforms. Dang on polyesters.
Well, this is Black and I'm back. You know how I feel about these uniforms. I've been saying it at least every other podcast that, something needs to be done. But today we're going to, let y'all know what y'all can do with your allotment.
And for people out there that aren't aware of this, that aren't in the post office, that when you become an employee, they give you a uniform card. I think it's sponsored by Capital One, if I'm not mistaken. Citibank, excuse me, by Citibank.
This is not an advertisement?
Yeah, definitely not. And every year, annually, because for some reason it doesn't roll over, but every year annually you get a uniform allotment spending.
That's just for regulars though, right?
Yeah, it's just for regulars and it never rolls over. So if you don't use it, whatever's left gets burnt out and they give you a new set. And you can buy yourself uniforms to wear to work.
Yep.
I don't know if every job offers that, but our job does. And you get a credit card that you can use online with all licensed vendors that sell our products.
Yeah, once you get that credit card, you gotta activate it too.
Yeah, like any other credit
call
card.
it in. Yep.
Do CCS get cards now?
No, they get the paper still.
So they still get the paper from their manager?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, well, let's talk about how much, each allotment is dependent on your craft. So this is as of February 21st, 2023, so it's pretty up to date. New letter carriers usually get about $556 per allotment. With veteran carriers, though, it is $464. CCAs, I know y'all really want to know about this, but it's $464. That's how much you get for your allotment. Window clerks, y'all get about $235. That's the new clerks. And veterans, y'all get $209. Motor vehicle service people, for new employees, you get $600. And for veterans, you get $487.
I still don't understand how the motor vehicle guys get $600. And the carriers get less. I don't understand that. We're the front line. Us and window clerks are the front lines. How do they get more than us?
Have it make sense. I mean, our uniform, I feel like it's more wear and tear because, especially if you're a carrier who has a walking route, you're always on your feet. Mm-hmm. Always. Not saying that other people's shoes don't wear down as fast. If you know better than I do, by all means, in the comments, let us know if you're in a different craft other than carrying. How long does it take for your shoes to get unbearable and unwearable?
For me, it's day one. But
yeah, for carriers, it's very quickly.
For me, it's about a month.
Mom, me to be sick, I got blisters.
Yeah, I can make it probably through a quarter and a half before it's like, all right, it's time to get new shoes.
I'm saying, whoop-dee.
But I feel like other crafts are not using their shoes as much as we are. They're probably not putting their pants through as much rigorous work as we are because, it's different when you're going from in the truck, out the truck, in the truck, out the truck. You know what I mean? Which some of us do that are road carriers that go that drive up to the mailbox. But the other side of it is the guys who walk the street, like most of us sitting here, like we're out here in the elements. You know what I mean? We're dealing with people's stairs. We're dealing with, bushes. We're dealing with all different types of things that railings that can snag your clothes. That could, you know what I mean? Like, so the wear and tear is real, and it happens very quickly in that type of profession. So the fact, like Black said, that we don't get top dollar as far as like allotment goes is crazy to me, because our uniforms cost so much money, which is ridiculous. And we're gonna get into that too, but
yeah, I don't see why the uniforms aren't actually given to us. Like, y'all giving us money to go buy uniforms, knowing that it's not enough money because of what we go through on the street with just needing pants, shirts, footwear, rain gear, the snow gear. Like, it costs too much. We can never get enough, especially as a CCA. As a CCA coming in the door, you just want to look like a mailman. You just want to get a shirt and pair of pants. You want to look the part, right? But what CCAs are not realizing is what you need more than that pants and shirt technically is rain gear.
Yeah.
At the very least, boots and rain gear, because on a regular day you can make it through a regular day with just a hat and a shirt, but through the rain, that hat and the shirt ain't gonna help you. You need rain gear.
Yeah, after you complete your training, that should be something you get, like the whole uniform, John. Like some shoes, some rain boots, rain gear, trousers, and shirt. In a bag. And
I think if they don't give it to you as a regular, especially as a CCA, coming in the door, this should be given to you. They should come in, take your sizes, and immediately give you one uniform and rain gear from the door. They should just give that to you.
And my thing with it is, I feel like the quote unquote uniform place we use for allotments prices are very, very steep. Very steep. It's $50 for a dang on polo t-shirt. Are you kidding me? That thing is, oh my god. What is it, about like 1 month with the stains, like, or just sweating it? Cardigan on the collar.
It's done.
It's done. Then for the ones with the button down ones, they're like about $50-$60. I'm like, wow. I'm like, all right. So it's still kind of hot. And like I said, I think pants are almost $70. I think I want to say.
Yep.
$70. I think that's the polyester ones where they rip real fast, like cheap.
Yeah, pants is the ones you need the most.
Yeah, and I think the regular ones, I think are like $80. I think the winter ones are like almost like 90. I think $80-$90. I think the winter ones. It's like, what? Like, are you serious? And same with shorts. I just spent an allotment. My last allotment, my wife. I spent all of them, like, dang, 3 shorts is almost like $200-$300. I'm like, what? Are you serious? I really gotta have somebody else. Unfortunately, I do, but I got 3 people in the household do. But that's nothing. Nobody here. But I got enough people in the household to do that. But I'm like, it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way at all.
No, it shouldn't be that way. And another thing about your allotments, you're supposed to get it 3 months after your anniversary date, right? 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes sense to get your allotment on your anniversary date as a regular, because that's when you became a regular.
That's your thank you.
But for whatever reason, especially for me, like, it's a 90-day wait prior to that. So like my anniversary is in November, but I don't get my new allotments in February. Haven't made sense. I started right when the winter kind of started working in the post office. So you would think, like, if I want to re-up on winter gear, it'd be great to be able to do that as winter's coming. No, I have to wait till pretty much winter's almost over to buy winter gear, because it's February when I get my allotment. So it's like that kind of forces you to have to use your own money, which I'll get into a little later, why you can make that work for you on the back end.
Okay. Yeah, because the way I get mines is I was hired in the summertime in July, and I got my allotment came in November. And that's when I get my allotment. And mind you, that was as a CCA. Even as a regular, I still get it in November. And my anniversary date for a regular is in March. And, you know, when the guys here tell me they get theirs basically 90 days after their anniversary date of becoming a regular carrier, which is weird because I still get mine on my anniversary date after my 90-day probation. But rather, when you get it as a CCA, you get that piece of paper, and they tell you, this is the amount of money you have for your allotment with this piece of paper. Your manager's supposed to give it to you, and they tell you where you can go to get your uniforms, and that's usually 90 days after your the day you started working. But I know some people that went much longer than that 90-day period. I know some people that went a year without having their uniforms. And then got transferred to another station, and then that's when they actually got it from that manager from their new station.
What's the benefit of waiting 90 days, though? Is that like a quarterly thing?
Well, they want to make sure that you learn the job, you can do the job, and they want you to stay. Which
No. I mean, after like 90 days after you getting a new allotment, 90 days after your anniversary. Mm-hmm. What's the point of that? What's the point of waiting?
Oh, you're talking about as a regular or CCA?
As a regular.
As a regular, I don't know what the point is because you're already here. You're already a career employee. You should just get it on the day you made regular.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you would think that that's the best way. To me, that's the best way to remember that you have a new allotment coming is on your anniversary day of when you made regular. Like,
y'all gotta calculate.
No, they want to be like surprise.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like, because of the way they had it set up, I didn't even use my card until I think April this year. Remind you, I get it in February, but I forgot about it because it's not on time with when I make regular. So I forgot about it, and then I just happened to rip a pair of pants one day, and I was like, "Oh yeah, it is like April. Let me check and see if I, you know what I mean." Like, that's a shame. I got to do that to remember that I got a new allotment.
And that's another thing. Like, if you forget that you got allotment, you lose it. It don't roll over.
Yeah, it don't roll. Yep.
Which, once again, like I said in a previous podcast, a little bit ways back, it's America, man. They gonna make it hard for you, man. Because if you somebody that that cherishes your job and you like wearing the clothes, it's dope if you can roll it over and like get more stuff the next time around. But they don't make that available for you. For whatever reason, you just have. Would you say how much it was again? Was it $487, something like that?
For RCAs and CCAs?
No, for the regular guy that's not that's new.
Yeah, it's like $464. Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta roll that 460 plus over. You can't. You just gotta use it all right there, or you lose it. Which is why.
Or use it by the end of the year.
Yeah, use it by the end of the year. Yes. Which is why me personally, I still use my own money to buy stuff because on the back end, when you file your taxes, once around tax time, you get a lot of money back and you save yourself from owing the government as far as state taxes when you tell them that you had to spend X amount of dollars on your own clothes for your work for your job.
Yeah, I do the same thing. Yeah.
So if you ever, and then in this job we get a lot of overtime, and you guys know like we make probably way more than what our base salary is because we're always working. So of course Uncle Sam is trying to jack you. He's trying to say you owe him this, you owe him that, blah blah blah. How you don't owe him is by saying, hey, I spent $400 on uniforms this year out of my own pocket. Now they like, oh well, we owe you money now. Yeah, I know. Give my money back.
Pay me what's fine.
So don't think that you're taking the L by using your own money to buy uniforms. You're actually going to get it back at the end of the year as long as you file your taxes properly. So me personally, I would just buy as much stuff as I possibly can, and then I'll really hit them around February, March when it's tax season.
Yeah, because the allotment is never enough. The amount that they give you doesn't, it's not enough for the prices of the uniform that you're buying, because if you're buying their footwear, man, that's probably the most expensive items of the uniforms.
But the question is, why is the uniform so expensive when that they're so thin?
I don't get it. Well, I know the rain pants, the ones that I brought this year, they cost me like $230 plus, and they really work. Like my pants was dry as I don't know what. But like he just said a minute ago, you're getting $480 something. If I spend $230 on just one pair of pants, that's half my allotment going right there from one pair of rain pants. Not even pants I use every day.
Your regular pants, they $70, $90. So,
but not to mention, if you spend $230 on rain pants and then you spend another $230 on boots.
Yeah, or on the jacket, the rain jacket.
The jacket costs more than the pants.
Yeah, I'm like your whole rain gear setup is your whole allotment.
Oh, come on.
And I've seen real life. I've seen CCAs wearing rain gear when it wasn't raining because that's what they spend their allotment on.
Yep.
So they're walking around in rain pants on a regular day.
That's why I should roll over with it. It could be. It could even be with a cat. Like, all right, you roll over $200, but that's some rain pants. You know, some other stuff like.
Or how about before, like, you know, the post office make their own uniforms and give them to us.
That's too much like right.
Because I said it to Rick before. I said if they gave us the uniforms and they also had a service to basically, at the end of the day, they take our uniforms, wash and press our uniforms, and give them back to us, you would never have to worry about if our uniforms are clean, if they're wrinkled. You never have to worry about what we look like as far as our uniforms, because that is a service that is provided. But because that's not a service that's provided, a lot of our uniforms, for one, because of the material and how they're made, a lot of these stains do not come out.
Impossible.
And I'm telling you, with the blue shirts, because I like the button ups, I scrub the collar. I'll be throwing oxy all over that shirt, bleach and everything. I even use like this detergent soap. I even use degreaser. It will not come out, not at all. The pants you're usually fine, but like my man Aaron said earlier, one thing I did find out about the pants is they are bleachable, believe it or not, and they won't stain. Like, not saying you can pour straight bleach on them, but I happen to throw them in a washer and add bleach to the wash, because I was curious, because that material doesn't seem like normal material. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but I just happened to throw them in, and because I have a lot of them, so I just threw them all in one load, put a cap of bleach in that joint, and they came out nice and bright without a stain on them.
Well, that's because it was made with the tears of past carriers.
Yo.
That's why it's blue, y'all.
Oh my God.
That's why it's blue. But yeah, so what I do now is, believe it or not, I throw them in with my whites. I throw them in there. Wow. I throw the bleach in there. My whites is good and my pants is good. I said, word. I'll do it for now.
I'm gonna try that.
One question I had about it, the material. Why does it feel like the material is like an old 60s, 70s, like
a hard thread?
Like
a hard thread. But the thread's hard, but it's like the pants like a thin, like, like cheap church pants. It feel like that. Like you kind of
cheap, like Steve Harvey Jones.
Yeah, but it's like less material. But that's the one thing I hate about the pants. And the thing is, I'm sorry. Look, the crotch area always freaking happens with me. Like with rib face.
Yep.
It always happens. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
what the hell? The same exact spot for all things, pants and shorts.
Well, I'm of the opinion that, because I wear a wallet, like I have a wallet I keep on me, right? And my pants usually tear, every pair of pants usually tear in the same two spots. The crotch area, like he said, and then the left spot where I put my wallet at.
Oh, wow.
I don't reach for my wallet that much because I'm working. So you mean to tell me that just having a wallet in my pocket and just walking around in pants like you're supposed to, creates wear and tear where a hole produces.
But you gotta make these uniforms better anyway. Like I said previous episode, like our first episode, you have to make the material enough to a point where it accommodates everyone. Like you have to.
And there's no reason, and I blame the post office for this. I'm gonna come at y'all right quick for a second for this one. And y'all can send this up to the top because I said it. I think it's really a crime and a shame that I can't actually wear the actual postal shorts. I have to actually get postal pants and have them tailored like shorts. Simply because the way you guys design the shorts does not fit my body. I have what they call an athletic build. So I have a smaller waist, bigger thighs, and I'm built a little anatomically different from the traditional mailman, so to speak. Why have we not updated our uniforms to fit the people that are doing this job? Everybody is not built. Excuse me, no offense. Everybody's not built like someone who was born in Wyoming on a farm. Everyone is not built like a marathon runner who runs 18 marathons a year. Everyone is not built like they from the Caucasus Mountains. Can we please get these uniforms to fit all the different types of people who do this job? And let's not be lazy. because it's a shame. Because I actually do like wearing shorts in the summer, and I have to actually spend extra money to get pants, perfectly good pants, tailored into shorts, because the way the crotch area is designed in the postal shorts does not fit someone like myself. Can we please do something about that?
I just sport a size bigger pants.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I just sport a size bigger pants.
And that doesn't work, because it's like now I gotta put another hole in my belt, and then my pants are kind of sagging. I don't want my pants to sag. Like, I'm not 18 years old. This ain't 1999 when we were sagging pants.
Crisscross.
Yeah, like who wants to sag their pants while they're working?
One of my coworkers said the other day, said my pants looking real big, and I was like, well, they are a size bigger. I'm traditionally a 38 waist, but these are 40.
But my man said 1999. You was 18 in 99?
No, I was not, sir.
How old are you then, sir?
I was 16 in 99.
Oh, okay.
Nah, he was 19.
There you go.
I was 16.
Okay.
And I won a championship, by the way, since you want to talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Made history, yeah.
2K don't count.
Yo.
Real life, sir. Real life. But yeah, I'm like, anatomically, these some of these uniforms are not designed for everybody that does this job, which is why I blame the post office. You guys are not updating your database. You're not updating the people who work at this job. You know what I mean? Like, it's not the job it used to be. Everyone's not shaped like Paul Revere.
No. What I would like to know is who actually makes the uniforms. Like, what company? Like, who does it?
Well, it seems like it's licensed out to several different people, and they have to get the license to do so. But I think it's a diagram they have to follow in terms of the material they use and how the pants are supposed to look. Because all the clothes look the same when you go to different postal licensed uniform selling sites. You know what I mean? Like, for some reason, we had a company that was called McDonald's at one point, but not the McDonald's that makes the food. It was another company called McDonald's. And now, correct me if I'm wrong, they shut that down, correctly?
I don't know about that. I don't know if they should or not.
Because I know we don't necessarily go there anymore.
They're still there, but I heard they weren't approved anymore.
Yeah, I think the real McDonald's price said that we got to put the freeze on that. We tired of y'all getting
You ain't still money for me. Bank money, take my money.
But you have I go to uniform discounters.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people that's listening to this episode, uniform discounters actually sells our stuff at a slightly reduced price. You can buy it online, and the allotment credit card is accepted there. You know what I mean? So uniform discounters, check them out. Just gotta Google it. It'll pop right up. They ask you your position and all that stuff, and they really show you the clothes that works for your position. And it's not as expensive. Like postal pants on that site is like $33, $34.
Wow.
I like to wear the polo postal shirts, carrier shirts. Those are like $15. You know what I mean? Like, so I can get a good amount of those, using my allotment. But there are other sites that are licensed to sell our clothes. Not H&M. You know what I mean? I know H&M was doing it for a little while. You know what I mean? But not H&M really. And then I heard Amazon actually somehow got a contract with us to sell some throwback stuff. They got a couple like
t-shirts.
T-shirts with the throwback logo. I've seen some of my coworkers with it. It looks ill. Like, you know what I mean? I might rock with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. Because the t-shirts are alright. Them Jones are nice.
So you said uniform discounts?
Yeah, discounters, I believe.
Discounters, yeah. I really like their pants. Yeah, their pants.
Well,
I haven't had a hole in them yet.
Well, I use the guy that comes to the station. I forget his name. Older guy. I've used him since I've been in the post office. Like, I think I've used the website Skags once or twice.
Yeah, I heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I used him because he gives you, if you spend your whole allotment, he gives you like $30, $40 or more. Like, because I think you said our allotment is like $464. Like, he evens that joint out.
Oh, he gives you a credit.
Yeah, he evens that joint out like $500. So
is this the guy with the glasses that?
Yeah.
Okay.
All
right.
Dude, skinny.
Only that he takes forever, dude. He takes forever.
No, not with me.
With me to forever, man. I'm like,
You talking about doing the order or you receiving the order?
the receiving order.
I received the order the following week.
I don't. He just.
It took a while for me to get my vests, but as far as like my pants, shirts, and like rain gear and hats and stuff like that, I always got them on time without a problem. But for some odd reason my vest took a minute. But he's usually pretty good. I ain't had problems out of him.
You think it might take a little longer because of back order stuff?
That too, yeah, it could, because there's just a lot of us.
Well, I mean, how much is he really? Like I was saying, my thing is it's partial. Like you said, whoever they're getting it, like the third party delivering, but I don't know, I just.
You better off just going online. Honestly, to the people out there that's listening to the pod, if you like this episode, talking about the uniform allotment and how you can use it, hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Hit the like button if you're rocking with it. Please share this in other postal forums where there are other employees like yourself so they can get this information and get their 2 cents. We like to hear from you guys. As always, please comment for us below. But online is probably the best way for me to go get uniforms because it comes to your door, not to your station. You have to worry about people not getting the package or putting it at your case like they're supposed to or whatever. It just comes right to your door at home. Mm-hmm. I usually wait about like maybe 4 or 5 days tops sometimes. I mean, one time I ordered something, I got it in 3 days.
Yeah, yep.
Came really fast, yeah.
Uniform discounts, yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't have too many experiences with online, like I said, other than Skags, but not saying they don't work. A lot of those places I heard that, like my friends use, other people that I know in the post office use, and they like them. They say they're good. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, they all have the same material.
Rip, rip, rip,
and
rip, rip.
They need to do better with the material of the pants in general, just ripping in the crotch. I don't know. I don't even know why that even happens. I don't know how it happens. I don't know. Like, are you using thinner material in the crotch or what? Like, what do you?
It does feel thin. It does feel thinner. Yeah.
It does.
Whenever you wash your shorts or your pants and you actually feel the seam where the crotch is, it doesn't feel as sturdy.
It doesn't. No. And I've taken plenty of pants that ripped in the crotch straight to the cleaners. And I'll have they'll sew it in, which I don't think the cleaners is good at doing that. Please, if your pants rip in the crotch, don't take them to the cleaners because it's just going to rip again in about 2 days. I'm telling you, it'll do it again. It happened to me on 2 different occasions, and I would ask them, like, what are y'all using? What kind of thread are you using? Because I would get these pants, and they won't rip for at least a year or so, or 6 months, they won't rip. But I have you sew them right up real nice, and they rip in they split again in a couple days. Like, how is that even possible? But that's neither here or there. Post office needs to do better with materials. Like, if these are the uniforms y'all gonna use and y'all don't want to change anything, y'all have to use better materials because these things rip in a pocket, in the seam, on the side of the leg. If you get caught on the gate, it's ripping. There's no give. It's ripping.
Dude, the one time happened to me, the pants, I think one of my pants with the lines that basically it's ripped off, and I gotta keep like yanking with it. Like it really. I think
I'm talking about the strip on the side.
The strip on the side ripped the whole. This is shit. Shh. I'm like, what? One rip, like.
So they said that the material of the pants is polyester elastic.
That it can't be elastic.
Didn't I tell you it's polyester?
Well, the elastic is probably the waist part because that is elastic.
Yeah, it's waist. You stress is.
That's the flex waist.
To widen it in the crotch too.
That's a good
polyester
material.
For the same reason, you got to pay more for the bigger condiments.
Mm-hmm. So they need to do better with that. Like the shirts, like granted, I understand what the logo is and what the colors are for the post office, but as far as the shirts need to be a darker shirt because that blue gets destroyed fast. It needs to be a dark, and whatever the cotton material is, cotton naturally attracts dirt. Yeah. So, and because of how light it is, it just needs to be a darker shirt.
Now, Brandon, you said to me yesterday, you said that the average man in America wears what, a 9.5, 10 in shoes?
I think it's a 10. I think it's a 10 and a half. I think I'm mistaken. Yeah, 10 and a half. Yeah.
Clearly, the post office just follows whatever the national average is because their socks are horrible.
Oh, yeah, I don't wear.
Yeah, I've tried buying postal socks because I thought it'd be cool.
Terrible.
And they don't. I wear a size 13, so they don't make socks that go up to my size. So imagine that these socks will rip within about a month of you having them. Not saying you're wearing them every day, but you have them for a month. You might have put them on 3 or 4 different times. By that 3rd or 4th time, the heel probably rips.
Yep. As soon as you pull up, boom.
It's like, what are we doing about that? Not every mail carrier is a size 9, 10 shoe.
Nope.
Sorry, guys.
I gave them away. I couldn't do it. And they're thin. They're super thin.
Extra thin.
Like,
I'm talking about the blue one, like the light blue with the dark blue stripes at the top, the cool ones. Yeah, those. Yeah, nah, it's not it.
So, Black, you said you use bleach on your uniforms?
Yeah.
So
I'm trying to get them as bright as possible.
It says here for instructions, it says, never use bleach, especially with chlorine-based bleach. It could damage or yellow your fabrics. Never mix whites or towels and colored uniforms in the same wash load. This is like instructions for how to care for your postal uniforms. So, you said it worked for you, though.
Yeah, it works fine.
What the?
I've been doing it since I've been in the post office. It works fine.
Conspiracy.
Like I don't like putting your towels and stuff in there. I don't do that anyway because that fucks up your clothes. But as far as like my whites, like my socks, wife beaters and stuff like that, and I throw them in there just to brighten them up. Like I wash clothes every week, so like every other Sunday I'll throw them in there with the whites and brighten them up, and then the following Sunday I throw them in there with the dark. And,
They probably never tried it. I don't know.
Who's doing this?
I can take a video if you want.
I just wonder who come with these answers.
Video.
It's like a mystery. It's like a freaking mystery. Like who was coming with these stuff? Like, oh yeah, it works this way. Like what?
So let me ask you guys about the hat, like the safari hat. Like we've talked about it a few times, like in passing. But what is the purpose of that hat? 'Cause personally, I hate the hat. But what is the purpose of the hat?
Excuse me, sir. Okay. It works quite fine for me and my wife, brother. All right. It blocks the shade.
The sun.
The sun, I'm saying. It's very, very, very good for the rain too.
So you talking about the white hat?
No, you're talking about the
Yes.
safari. Oh, you talking the helmet? No.
The hard white hat.
Oh,
Yes.
I think it's about the safari.
Not the blue hat. I mean, that looks goofy too, but I understand it.
That's the what you call? That's the mate.
Yeah, exactly. That's about the white one. It looks like a zookeeper hat.
Yeah, that's for the rain.
That's hard. Yeah.
That's for the rain.
Yeah.
So they thought that would be more effective than you like the umbrella hat.
Mm-hmm.
In some ways, yes. Because if you got on, like this is what I do. I'll put on the rain jacket. I'll put the hood on, and I'll put the rain hat on top. And what happens is, the hat keeps the rain off your face, neck, and shoulders. So naturally, when you look down at the mail, it's under the hat. So a lot of that rain doesn't come down onto the mail, even though the mail's going to get wet regardless.
I'm about to see you out there all day. Yeah.
Regardless. But a lot of that doesn't. You don't want the rain getting in your face, blocking vision. You don't want it dripping down, blurring up words while you're trying to see what it is. So
I see people with the hat on, and the mail is soaked. The mail is soaked. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, what is the point of this hat? And it's like, then we complain about why. Like I said, I don't know if this is happening in the area that you guys delivering that's listening to us right now, but in Philly, you have mail carriers getting robbed and run down on and stuff like that. And it's like, if I was a street dude and I saw somebody with that hat on, I probably would try him too.
Oh, come on, bro. Come on, man.
Like, what happened to the cargo army hat? Like, how we don't got that for the carrier?
Fatigue hat.
Yeah, not even fatigue. Just it could be that style, but just the blue. You know what I mean? Like, we have a lot of veterans in this job. Like,
that's the one I kind of worry about.
You know what I mean? Or how about the actual like hard hat that the military soldier wears that they have for the weather conditions?
For the rain.
Yeah, how about that be the postal hat? Why is it the zookeeper hat?
I mean, are we that important to them to get that?
Well, they're going to have to do something because I just said what I said on the pod. And now, people probably going to be thinking like, man, I shouldn't wear this hat no more because somebody might try me.
Oh,
yeah. Shut him up.
Nah, it's that the hats work, but I do think the military hat will probably be better because it's a little wider.
Yeah.
The military hat's a little wider, so, and, it works for them, so, she'll work for us.
Now, the rubber slip-on shoes, I will stand by those. I have a pair of those. Like, people that's not in the post office, we have these rubber slip-ons that you can pull over your actual shoes, and it literally locks your shoe in from getting wet. No matter what's going on, it keeps your shoe dry. It looks goofy. It looks like you're wearing the Super Mario Brother shoes, but it protects you from the rain. You can step in a puddle, your socks won't get wet, your feet won't even notice. Those, I think, were a great idea.
So fellas, I got a question. What if y'all could add one thing to the uniforms? Not the existing. I'm just saying like add a garment to what postal people can wear. What would y'all add?
It's a good question.
Cause I got one.
What would
I can share mine first.
Yeah.
So y'all know like the onesies the mechanics wear.
Mm-hmm.
You can make those waterproof with the waterproof hood, and probably put that on.
Yeah, it makes sense. I'm talking about like the one piece dicky suits.
Yeah, yep.
I think it'd be dope if we actually had our uniforms designed like the military uniforms, like, but actually just be the postal colors. Because those uniforms are tough. They're made for all
Yeah, that's
environments.
cool,
You know what I mean?
That'd be tough.
Can I change your garment?
Yeah, that's cool.
I will make the pants cargos.
Okay.
Okay.
I would definitely make the pants cargo pants because I like pockets and with the keys that we have and scanner and all this other extra stuff, and they want everything on your person at all times.
Yeah, it's tough.
So cargo pants, more pockets, it's on you.
For both shirts, like far as the polo style and the button downs, dry fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, dry fit.
Dry fit.
Yeah, that's dope.
Dry
Yeah,
fit needed because it's like I shouldn't have to have a certain shirt on, or if I keep trying to change out shirts basically I'm drying and still like got sweat on my shirt, like what gives? Like you gotta adapt to time.
How about hoodies? Official hoodies.
Dry fit waterproof hoodies.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Or the long sleeve shirts too, like the you can wear it as an undergarment, so you can wear a long sleeve one, like the what you call them one, or you can wear a long sleeve actual shirt. Basically, like, all right, well, got my dry fit long sleeve shirt sleeve. Like these are things you guys should do. It will help out a lot. Thank you.
Especially if you want people to come to work, man. You gotta give them a reason to.
We were talking about earlier improving the satchels too. Y'all want to talk about that?
Well, I feel like they've made steps in that direction because I know at our station they gave us these different satchels that are different from the conventional ones that come with the bag. I like the one that they gave me because it's it's very comfortable on my shoulder, and there's a lot of
strap.
Yeah, there's a lot of adjustments you can make with it as far as like based on your height, weight, size that the original one really couldn't accommodate you for, and it doesn't stain your shirt like the original one. So I do like that they did that.
Well, I like those straps. Only thing I don't like about them, because me and Brandon had this conversation, them straps de-adjust, meaning they like when you adjust them to a certain point, because of the weight you're carrying in the bag, it slides back down.
Right back down.
Oh, okay.
After wear and tear,
Yeah, after wear and tear starts to slide down, so every other block you got to readjust.
All it sound that bad.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it. But as far as the bag is concerned, what me and Aaron was talking about, we was talking similar, I guess, to a full body bag, or like a
vest type
thing, a vest type bag
with the straps over your shoulders.
Yeah, straps over your shoulders, and you can have your mail on one side and the spurs on the other side, and the bag can still go around your body, like to your back.
And when you try to defend against dogs, you can just slip it off.
You can just slip it off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, speaking of bags, our actual mail bag should be waterproof.
Yeah.
This is not. I'm like, to no end, I don't understand that. That might be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life since I've been in this job, is that this bag that we use every day, and the motto is what? Rain, sleet, hail, snow, whatever. Why is the bag not made for that specific reason?
Because when you're picking up outgoing mail for older people, older customers, it gets destroyed in the bag.
And I gotta tell the person, sadly, I don't want to take this letter from you because look at my bag. It's not gonna make it.
Exactly.
It's not gonna make it because as soon as I put it in there, it's gonna be soaked, and then the letters are probably gonna melt right off.
Yep. Ink.
And as much as they care about the mail, you would think that they will have the bags waterproof, because that once you can use that flap as much as you want. Once it gets wet, it
doesn't matter.
Mean anything.
That's another thing. Create, besides Velcro, something that we can lock in the flat so the packages don't fall off and stuff like that.
Snap it in.
Yeah.
That'll be way easier.
Or a zipper.
Because once that Velcro wear out, that's it. That is it.
Like we always say, man, America, we're gonna make it hard for you.
Oh yeah.
It's unbelievable that what happens with these uniforms and even just the bag and ideas that people give them, to make the job better, because that's what we do. And then they send us these surveys in the mail for either contract time or certain things they want to change, and they want us to vote on it. But to me, it don't really mean anything because they're gonna do what they want to do and how they want to do it because it saves them money or makes them more money than what they have.
Yeah, that's exactly why I throw that thing in the trash. I said it.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time I fill it out, I feel like nothing goes the way that I filled out for.
Yeah.
So why are you wasting the paper sending this to me, and why am I wasting my time even filling this out?
Yep.
So just to let y'all know, every time y'all send me that survey paper, I'm like, Kobe, right in the trash can.
But yeah, we definitely need better uniforms. And the biggest thing for me, not besides the pants, the footwear, not even just the price, just the condition. Like it doesn't feel good on your foot. It hurts. When you first get it, it hurts. And it hurts the entire time you wear it. Until you go home and take it off. It hurts.
Yeah.
Why is it not comfortable? Why don't you have the best sole material, in the shoe? Like, we got to swap out or add inserts that may work or may not work. Why don't you already have something in there? Because the footwear costs you $200 something.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the sole? Like, we need a better sole in those boots and or sneakers that we can wear, because we're walking around and we're already walking on concrete all day long. We're already tearing up our knees, ankles, and joints on concrete. Why don't we have something that has some shockproof and give to where we're not, hurting ourselves, and later in life we're walking funny at 60?
I honestly, I hate them shoes. I hate the blisters, dude. The blisters kill my feet with the things. Like, my feet was crying. I'm like, what the hell? Like, they so tight, and it's like, they say everybody's foot's not made the same way. Like Rick said, like, I wear the average common man's size, but still, it's like, it's uncomfortable. I have to move up a size in the shoe, and it's still uncomfortable. I'm still getting blisters on my toes. Like, what do you not understand? Like,
that's why every time when I buy the shoes, I just take them to like the shoemaker guy across the street, have him stretch them out before I even put them on. Because I know, even though it's my size, there's gonna be a defect somewhere in this shoe because of the way it's made.
Yeah, they need to go, whoever's making them, and change it.
holla at us. We got somebody for you.
Yeah, exactly.
My man got his hookup.
Change it, because it needs to be different. It needs to be better. And like Rick said, the vice president of the union said, "Oh, we want people to come to work." If you got better uniforms, better footwear, and just more of an incentive. And I know y'all probably say, "Why do I need an incentive?" And I'm paying you because this is life. And you want what you want. You want to get people to buy in. This is how you get people to buy in. You give them an incentive, like we said with the gentleman in the last podcast that won the court case for Sunday, from get accommodated for Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how you accommodate your other employees is by talking to them and accommodating them for another day during the week. Simple.
It's all about morale.
Yeah.
Workplace morale.
You work with me, I work with you. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Everybody's happy. It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you keep a business going in the right direction. So if you guys like this episode about the allotments and you feel like you got some good information about the uniform allotments, how to use it, why you should use some of your own money, and then, get your money back at the end of the year with taxes, by all means, please hit the like button, comment below, let us know what's going on with you with the uniform situation. How are you making out? Is it really working for you? Are you using it to its full capabilities, or using more of your own money? Like, what's the scenario? Like, how do you feel about how much they give us? If you think we should get more, please, by all means, comment below. And if you have not subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. And do us a favor, man. Whatever postal form you might be in, share this episode in that postal form so other carriers and other employees in the post office like yourself can get this information. And we can keep passing this thing on and keep this thing going, man. So before we jump up out of here, I'm going to let my brothers have the last words.
Yo, this is Aaron, and make sure y'all get y'all uniform and try y'all best to try to mix and match, and go to different places that accepts the allotment and has cheaper prices. You could probably mix and match and finagle some stuff.
This is B Morton for the footwear. Find something that fits your feet. Black leather apparel, sneaker. That's the quote unquote they say. Well, as long as it's black and it's leather, you get things like that, it won't bother you. It's for CCAs, but you gotta protect yourself out here. That's all I gotta say.
This is Black, and mostly for the CCAs. Y'all get your allotments, and in my opinion, which I didn't know at the time and nobody told me, get rain gear first. Rain gear and something to protect your feet, because when it rains, it pours.
Rain down.
And you'll be out here all day, and you'll be wanting to call back to the station like I did as a CCA. I call back to the station and say, what do y'all want me to do? They said, keep moving. So, basically keep moving. Rain gear first, boots, some kind of water resistant footwear, whatever it is. Even if you don't get postal rain gear, you're a CCA, you don't have an allotment, you get rain gear from Amazon. That won't cost you a whole lot of money. And, just, out there on the job, stay safe. This is Black, and, we're giving it to you right.
And this is your engineer, Rick Sean, trying to stay low key, doing a horrible job at it. Telling you guys, be safe out there, and if you're a carrier, be safe on the route.